Hello, hi there, welcome. How you doing, guys? What up? It is Lasty here. Welcome to a new episode of the FIFA 21 Ultimate Team Road to Glory. Oh, I started that video a little bit differently than normal. I didn't say the exact same words, and I don't know whether I should restart it right now. No, I'm gonna run with it. So, hope you guys are all doing well. This is episode 160 of the RTG today. Finger points to the sky, of course, for a new episode. It's Tuesday. Hope you guys are all doing well. As we get on into the episode, if you can start me off in the right way, which is to hit the thumbs up button, I'd really appreciate it. You know, go for it. 5,000 likes is your target. Let's go ahead and hit it. We haven't hit it for a couple of days, all right? So go ahead and smash that like target. And, of course, subscribe as well to the channel if you're new around here. Today, what we need to do is finish the weekend league. You know, it's Tuesday. I want to get the weekend league videos done so we can move on to something different tomorrow. Maybe change the team about, ready and raring for like the next weekend league and the rewards and all of that type of stuff. But we're currently at 11 wins. I couldn't tell you how many losses. 11 and I actually don't know at this point in time. The games were all like a little bit of a blur to me this weekend. I definitely wasn't on it, and I think I could tell. Literally, if you rewind a couple of episodes where I said, I just feel like I wasn't playing my best FIFA, I just really wasn't on it this weekend in terms of FIFA. I don't know what it was. For the last, like, 3 or 4 weekend leagues, or since ever we've had, you know, whenever we got Ronaldo from Team of the Year, I have really enjoyed the weekend league because it's been cool to use my awesome Ronaldo card. And I still get that, like, a little bit. When the weekend league is 1 or 2 days away, I'm like so buzzing to play it, just because I get to get into games with my team. I've got all these cool cards and stuff, and then sometimes it just doesn't feel great. You know, sometimes you have a few bad games and then you think, oh, I thought I was going to enjoy this. Why am I not enjoying this? And actually, I've been not letting the game get to me as much in recent times, like in stress-wise and stuff, and just playing to a level that I'm comfortable with and whatnot, and trying to just make the most out of it and enjoy it. But I think this weekend was kind of like the first weekend in a while where, I don't know, I did kind of let the game get to me a little bit, and that's not how you should be playing, you know. I'll try and preach like the positivity and stuff, but every now and again you just lose like a few in a row, and your head just goes. And obviously, you guys don't see necessarily that sort of side of me because when we play, you know, when we make these videos, like I'm positive. The games have all been played, so I have nothing to be stressed at anymore. So hey, we can just be in a good mood and try and lift everyone's spirits, right? And that's exactly what I'll try and preach on this channel. You know, be happy, smile, and just, you know, enjoy yourself. But there are moments when you're playing the weekend league where it just doesn't feel like that whatsoever. And yes, I'm a regular human being that deals with stress and all of that type of stuff. So I do get angry. You don't want to see Lasty when he's angry. You will not like it. No, I actually think that's why a whole bunch of you want me to stream, is because you'll get to see like the rage side of me when I'm playing. I mean, you could just go back on my channel and check out some of the stuff from 5 or 6 years ago. I used to do a little bit more live content then, and yeah, I think there was maybe some swear words and all sorts in there if you enjoy it. But I prefer to keep it a little bit more friendly out here these days. You know, that's one way to enjoy life. But anyway, in this game right here, we are at 2-2 right now, and we get a penalty slotted home by Dybala because he doesn't often miss his penalty. I think he does have 99 penalties. Well, he's the best penalty taker on my team, that's for sure. But my opponent does get the equaliser. And then I make an absolute howler with Kleiber. Like, that's totally my fault what happened there. I don't know what I was doing with it in the right-back position, but I don't know. Anyway, and then I tried to throw the kitchen sink at him. And sometimes you throw the kitchen sink and it just goes straight past them and it misses them. And then they run down the other end and score. But yeah, it is hit or miss when you throw the kitchen sink, ladies and gentlemen. You're either going to get that goal that you desire and move on into extra time or whatever, or you are going to lose by more goals than what you were already down because you have hardly any defenders around. So, yeah, I end up losing 5-3. Hey, we just pick ourselves up and get going again, but I think maybe the blood pressure was just starting to bubble a little, starting to rise a little bit more, you know. I find myself 2-0 down here, and I'm like, oh god, this is it. This is where, for the first time in a few weeks, I'm probably going to end up rage quitting or something. And I go 3-0 down, and I think that was the straw that broke the camel's back. I end up just rage quitting, which is annoying because obviously that means I don't get those division rivals points. But like I have said to you guys a few days ago, not too fussed about like pushing towards Div 1, Rank 1 anymore. We have done it, and it wasn't super successful in terms of like great packs. At this point, I was really stressed out, by the way. And this guy just kept turning back and forth and back and forth. It was doing my head in. I actually dashboarded this game. I didn't even wait for a pause to quit. I just dashboarded. 12-8, and I was like, you know what? I'm leaving it. That was Saturday night. 20 games played. I'm coming back on Sunday afternoon and playing the rest of my games. I'm going on old gen as well. So that's exactly what I did. And yeah, I find myself 1-0 down. Oh dear, I thought old gen was supposed to be easy, Tom. Oh, 2-0 down. Maybe I can get back into... Oh wait, no, he's getting through with Neymar, and that is 3-0 down. Well, as long as I get the next goal, we'll probably be all right. I'm 4-0 down. He just had so many attackers. I don't know how he did it, but he was banging them in the back of the net. Pope wasn't saving a thing. And I think at 5-0, again, I was like, you know what? Let's get out of here. Just move on to the next one. Because that was the first game of the session. And I wanted to not lose full. I didn't want to lose composure. I wanted to stay like fairly positive so that we could get the remaining 2 wins that we needed. This was one of the games, by the way, where my new kit obviously caused my... I chose the Germany away kit for my opponent, but it didn't give it to me, so it doesn't always give it to you. I don't know why. It's been fairly good, but I think it's when you use some of these new kits, it just messes up the selections for your opponents. But either way, I find myself 2-1 up. You know, hey, we do manage to go into the lead. But then Rashford just hits me with a... I think it was the reverse elastico which did it. Because he ended up like, he drops a shoulder one way and then ended up going the other. That gave him enough space to end up getting through and scoring. And then just some nice passing, really. I thought Rooney might have been offside, but he obviously wasn't, you know, because the game would have called it. But we're now losing 3-2 at half-time. And I'm like, oh, man, am I going to lose another one in a row? How many games have I lost in a row? I've just completely bottled the weekend league. Anyway, Reece James manages to get me back. 49 minutes on the clock. Early doors in the second half, and I have managed to, obviously, yeah, get back in the game. And then he's down the other end as well, risking it for the biscuit, you know, risking himself for the team, but only getting a yellow card and not a red card. And actually, I saved the penalty because of my technique. So Reece James sort of doing great work at either end of the pitch, and then we actually do manage to get through and chip the goalkeeper with Cristiano Ronaldo, who I haven't done the tracking of my stats for a couple of weeks actually, just because it's extra minutes, you know, trying to figure out who done what and typing it in and stuff. So sometimes I find it really interesting. Other weeks I'm just like, oh, I need to try and get this done, and any other spare time I want to like chill or whatever. So I haven't done it, but I just feel like Ronaldo has scored the majority of the goals this weekend. Every now and again, I've had a game where Dybala does all right. El Shaarawy has scored a few, quite a fair few, I would say. But like, I feel like about 80% of my goals this weekend have come from Ronaldo. And I don't know whether I just forced the ball towards him, or whether he just is that good that, you know, he just finds himself, the ball magnetizes to him or something. I don't know. Anyway, another game, another Mbappe, another Pele. You know, I've come up against Pele a few times this weekend, I feel, and it's not fun because he's very good this year. But yeah, I do go 1-0 up. Doesn't last long though, because Mbappe strutting his stuff. He really does stride, doesn't he? He's so fast, Mbappe. One of the best players on this game for sure. But look at that from El Shaarawy. I don't know why he hits that on his left, but I'm fine with it because he boots it into the back of the net. And then Dybala just sort of does a couple of scoots. And I think that ball goes in off Ronaldo, and it gets claimed as Ronaldo's goal. Dybala's absolutely fuming because he made that goal happen. I don't even care. But yeah, my opponent gets a goal back just before half-time. And then just after half-time, he runs through and scores a belter with Pele. Man, how I would love to use a Pele card on this game. If there's any form of, like, person watching that, you know, deals with my red list, Pele, please. That would be great. That doesn't actually happen, guys, but I love that some of you actually think it does. Anyway, we're 5-3 up here. This guy had kind of given up in the end, and I do come away with a 6-3 win, which is going to be 14 wins. And I did tweet out at that point that, you know what? I'm not enjoying the game. I've managed to get the 14 wins. Is it really worth it going for those extra 2 wins to get the extra player pick? And you guys said yes. So I went straight into another game and I get matched up against this. Cheers, you lot. Appreciate it. But yeah, I said to myself, yeah, I'll just go into the next game. If I lose, maybe I'll just stop there and we will just stop at 14 wins because it's not that... I'm not too fussed about getting up to 17. And when it comes down to the extra red pick for 16 wins... Yeah, it's only a couple of wins away, but then Gold 2 is only a win away from that, and Gold 1 is only a couple of wins. You got to toe the line somewhere, right? But I did decide, you know what, fine, we'll go for this 16, and then try and obviously get 17 wins. Great screenshot, by the way, Lasty. I'm just going to leave that one in there. You guys can enjoy me taking a screenshot at the very wrong time. Anyway, second half comes around, and my opponent scores with Ronaldinho. One of the most fun cards I can imagine using on this game as well. He's obviously class. And then I threw the kitchen sink at him. And it didn't go well again. I don't think any of the times that I have picked up the kitchen sink and lobbed it at my opponent, I don't think any of the times I've done that this week, it's actually worked. I think it's worked against me. So maybe I need to change some settings or something. I just get so open at the back and concede constantly. Anyway, another game, another Mbappe, another Neymar. Another Curtis Jones. You see him a lot now because he obviously is a fantastic card on this game. It's been mopping up for me at like CDM all weekend, and I do rate him a lot. And we go 1-0 up in this next one. We play it through to Cristiano Ronaldo, and I just ball roll the keeper and stick it in. And I didn't expect him to rage quit. You know, half an hour into the game, 2-0 up. You know, that's so easy to come back into if you keep your head. You can always turn that game around, but yeah, and maybe he'd lost his head like I had quite a few times already this weekend. So that does at least get me my 15th win, and we can go into this game right here, and I'm like, ooh, that's meta FC. Lots of good players in there, you know, meta players, red players, icons, Wayne Rooney, Robin, like, yeah, solid squad, and I do go 1-0 down quite early on. And then just a few minutes later, he gets through with Rashford, this time knocking it back to Luis Hernandez. And I'm 2-0 down, and I'm like, oh, God, this is doing my head in now. I just want this to finish. I just don't want to be playing this anymore. I want to go and enjoy my Sunday afternoon. But hey, we get a goal back with El Shaarawy in the 41st minute. And then we get through kind of luckily in the 43rd minute, very luckily. And it still goes in even though he moves his goalkeeper. But hey, I found that quite a lot this weekend, that when I move my keeper, he just still doesn't save it. So I think that is completely chalked on this game. And then I get super lucky that the ball falls to me again in the 45th minute. And from the 41st minute to half time, I was 2-0 down and then 3-2 up. What? That's crazy. And nothing else happened in the rest of the game. I mean, there were chances for either side, but, you know, just saw the game out, and that was going to be my 16th win. Excellent. So what we can do now is obviously open up this extra red player pick. You know, 4 red player picks for essentially this weekend, because we get 2 right now, and then when next week's weekend league rewards come out, then we can get the 2 red picks that we've earned for actually playing this weekend league. So yeah, it's quite nice. And of course, this one is one of 4 players that are going to pop up as opposed to one of 3, and we actually get John Stones. Not a bad red player pick, I'm not going to lie. Like, I don't think he's going to be that usable. He looks very similar to Ruben Diaz. In all honesty, probably a little bit worse than him. So I can't imagine he's going to be great, you know. But he looks like an all right card. And I was pretty happy to get him, especially for just going that little extra mile to get the 16 wins. So that we could, get an extra piece of fodder for the club at least, right? And then the small prime gold players pack that we get for something, we end up getting ourselves a little board action. And it is going to be Umtiti, 83 rated. French centre-back from Barcelona. So yeah, we get a little bit of fodder there as well. So not too bad. And then actually what happens next is I played 4 games and lost them all. I rage quit a couple of them. I lost a couple of them. And I went from 16 wins with 4 games remaining to 16 wins with 0 games remaining. So I didn't even make... I played all the games and I didn't even make 17. I couldn't get 1 win out of 4 matches. Yeah, I just don't think my head was in it. Something obviously went wrong. But that was my weekend league. So all 30 games are done. We can no longer earn points in rivals this week, which I'm not going to play. I'm just going to chill, I think. If I do anything, it will be icon swap related. But yeah, I don't know what happened, but it happened. There were a few rage quits. There was, there were ups, there were downs in this weekend league, and it is just one of those things. So because we're now finished the weekend league, I noticed that Reece James was obviously up quite a lot in price. So I thought we bought him for exactly 500 and we sold him for exactly 580. So that's really, really good profit right there. Just for using him this weekend. Also going to sell Dalot because I didn't really want to sell Reece James because I think he is one of the greatest centre-backs on this game. But I'd rather use those coins to try out something different for next week. And then Dalot, I just don't rate him. As simple as that. It really is. So I think it took a while for Dalot to sell, but James did sell within the first few minutes. And as you can see, that brings my total right now up to exactly, 600,949 coins. So let me know what I can do with about 650k. Once we get my rewards, I will have extra coins and extra players. Dalot will sell. I've taken my entire back line out. I don't want to use Ruben Diaz next week. I don't want to use Tavernier as a right back. I want to bring him on as a sub. So what can we do? I think Kleiber deserves a spot, but however we change the team, it's going to affect other players and chemistry and whatnot. Let me know what you think. Let me know who I could buy. And smash a thumbs up on the video because that's going to be the end of the episode for today. 5,000 likes is your target. I thank you very much for that if you're able to make that happen. And of course, subscribe to the channel if you're new around here. You can also follow me on Twitter and Instagram. The links are down below, everyone. Take it easy, stay safe, stay healthy, enjoy your Tuesday, and I will be back again tomorrow on Hump Day with a new episode for you. Not sure what we're going to get up to yet, but yeah, maybe we'll spend some of those coins. Peace.